Bullseye. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ability Almanac. I just got to editing everything together and, filming me and my voice and all of that, so it may technically go up on Friday morning, depending on how quick I am to get this finished, but we will wait and see. Now, anyways, it's time to move on to Oliver Queen, aka the Green Arrow. I really wish I had a prop arrow bow thing for this. That'd be great. First up in Green Arrow's quiver is the alternate Savage Blast meter burn. Now, Savage Blast is a really great move in Green Arrow's arsenal that allows him to leap back and hit the opponent with a mid-blast that knocks them down. Normally, the second blast would hit them again, but this one adds an electric effect, shocking opponents long enough for Green Arrow to come in and do some combo shenanigans. Keep in mind that I'm not the best at combos, but this is some basic stuff that you can kind of, just to get a feel for what you can do. And then we have Green Arrow's teleport, the Smoke Arrow. This teleport puts Green Arrow airborne, kind of like if he were to jump. This can, as a teleport, basically go full screen and allow Green Arrow to do combos like this one. Now this is a pretty decent ability to have overall, but it's super cool when you can get some swaggy combos like this off of a bad read by your opponent. Teleport into shenanigans! Now, time to go to the next loadout. Now, another of Green Arrow's quiver tricks is the Sky Bolt. It's an alternate version of the Sky Alert that does not hit opponents jumping over you. It's only active once it hits the ground and the explosion goes off. There are 3 ranges: immediately behind Green Arrow, which is the close, the mid-screen range, and the full screen, like absolutely full screen bada boom. What you're looking at right now is actually the meter burn version of the Sky Bolt, which fires 3 bolts in a general direction. The central bolt is where the bolt will land. So with the behind, it'll land immediately behind, and then you have some cover, and all of that other good stuff. Now, keep in mind that you cannot hit opponents directly above you, but this can set up anti-cross-up opportunities if things do kind of go awry. Time to move on to the next loadout. It's been a little while since we've had to do this, but we're finally covering another 2-slot ability, this time tied to Green Arrow's trait. Now, normally, when you meter burn the arrow, you get the Boxing Glove arrow. Super powerful shenanigans that launch opponents really far away. But instead of that, you can unlock the Bola arrow. This arrow can be stored like any of your normal arrows, but it immobilizes the opponent. And for how long? Well, long enough for you to set up a freeze arrow and freeze them again for double immobilization opportunities. This is why this is a 2-slot ability, and this is actually one of the more reasonable 2-slot abilities. Like, some of the shenanigans you could get to with another ability in this game with Bola Arrow would be absolutely bananas if it wasn't a 2-slot. Time to move on to the next loadout. Now, despite appearances and comedy from Boxing Glove arrows, the distracting shot, which you can see here, well, not here from the Boxing Glove arrow, which you can see pretty soon, is not a 2-slot ability. It's a single slot, but I actually paired it up with the Savage Blast meter burn like that. And what's cool about the distracting shot is that it's a restand. And as a restand, you can actually use it to kind of set up certain combo reset opportunities from juggle combos. It can get pretty interesting to say the least. Now, we are on to the next loadout, but I am going to keep talking because the distracting shot, like I said, is a single slot ability. And its original meter burn, like its normal meter burn, is downright amazing. It has got to be one of the best meter burns in the game. What it does is that it stuns the opponent for, if I'm reading frame data right, like 90 frames, it's over 1.5 seconds of immobilization. Like, you can almost set up fire arrows and fire at the opponent in the time it takes for them to recover. The recovery time for this ability is absolutely ridiculous, and it's amazing. This would have been deadly if paired with the Bola arrow and the freeze arrow shenanigans, allowing for triple immobilization, but thankfully, that is actually impossible. Time to move on to everybody's favorite part, the super combo stuff and the frame data. Overall, with Green Arrow's abilities, I'm actually pretty happy with how they turned out. They are very potent abilities that really work wonders. And with these abilities, you can kind of get some pretty cool combos going. Like this super combo, for example, which is pretty damn cool. But, of course, you want to know frame data. Oh, well, that's not the combo. The combo's coming up, trust me. Again, don't script these things. But the frame data for some of these moves is very interesting, and I highly recommend that you check it out and stick around for such. You know, after Joker goes boom. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, DFTBA. Bullseye!